Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul and we're here for a pop-up reading. Today's pop-up reading is going to be a style I don't believe I've ever done on the channel before, but felt specifically called to do for all of you beautiful souls here today. So I am excited. Basically in our reading, we're going to be covering a lot, and the overall subject is your life over the next year. This is a timeless reading, so we are talking about from today onward, from whenever this reading found you, and we're going to dive into several different categories throughout this next year. So to give you a better summary, we're going to get started with a general outlook, any important bits of information that need to come out for you. For those of you who have had a personal reading with me before, you probably recognize this setup. I usually get started with my personal readings, getting a general overview using these two decks. So we're going to get started by talking about general information, whatever is most important to come out for you first over the next year, any changes, any things to be worked on, any bits of advice or info that are super important to inform you of right from the get-go. And then we're going to start kind of narrowing it down a little bit. I'm going to talk about your love life over the next year, as well as your life purpose / career sector. And then basically anything else I feel called to pull on based on whatever has come out during this general portion. So I hope that that makes sense. If you guys end up enjoying this style of reading and you'd like me to do more styles like this, where I break it down into several different categories, not just a message from the universe or love reading style, please let me know your feedback down below in the comments. I really value guys' opinions. So let's get started. I will do my very best to link timestamps in the description box as well. So if you just want a love reading, or if you just want a career reading, or just a general reading, and not necessarily wanting other sections, you can just click the timestamps down below. I think that's all I got for you. So let's get going here. Let's get going here today. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, by the way, and I am so glad you have joined us for this reading. Okay, so talk to me, spiritual team. What does the next year look like for the viewer? General information, most important information first. Ooh, okay. Winter. All right, so the winter season could be particularly interesting for you. We'll see what other info we can get out. Okay, the color blue is also really popping so far. That is throat chakra energy. Okay, we also have separation. Let me pull from my next deck here now. I just heard speak up, speak up. Maybe that's why the blues are coming out here. You're going to be learning how to speak up for yourself more, or advocate for yourself over the next year. Your throat chakra could be opening. Ooh, okay. And then we also have the forest. Come on now, like really doesn't want me to get this. It's like it's stuck in the molding for a second there, you guys. That was weird. Okay, like the molding, like on the bottom of the wall, it like got stuck in there. That was strange. Okay. What are the chances of that happening? It's like a teeny tiny little crack, but okay. Anyway, we have the forest, the vow, the mirror. We also have the blue temple, winter, and separation. They're calling me to dive deeper into this card, so I'll do that in a little bit for you guys. As I was saying, I do think throat chakra energy is going to be really important for you over the next year. Some of you watching might have a very blocked throat chakra, or are finding it very difficult to speak up for yourself, speak your truth, or even just like they just showed me a notepad. Someone out there might be thinking about writing like their own biography or something like that, or their own life story. If you have been thinking about doing that, that is definitely a message for you. It could be confirmation that's something you're going to be working on over the next year, like writing down your feelings, writing down your life story, your experiences, your advice, in some sort of like biography type of fashion. Okay. But learning how to speak up for yourself, advocate for yourself, and understand your own truths is going to be very important for you over the next year. The winter season in particular could be either a very challenging one or a very blessed one for you. So just keep in mind the winter seems to be really important. Regardless of whether you're in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, take it as whenever your winter season is. Keep in mind this is about the next year, so no matter when this reading is finding you, you will have a winter season within that time frame. So whenever that is for you based on when you're watching this. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this. I think this is one of those cards I'm going to pull to the side as its own separate category with separation. So I don't want to speak on it just yet until I can get more details for you, because that can carry a lot of different messages and I'm not having anything come through. So that is why I'm feeling called to elaborate on it separately. So we'll get to that when we're done here. I'll do that category first, and then we'll do love and career/life purpose. I do think that you are going to be blessed with a relationship as well. We'll cover this during your love portion of today's reading, but I do think you are going to be blessed with a long-term relationship. It could be with your current person or the current person you have in mind. It could be with a new person as well. You might have a new soulmate or higher level soul connection coming into your life over the next year whom you will want to commit to rather quickly. Some of you out there may even be getting married or tying the knot, getting engaged, or making a formal commitment to this person over this next year here. So we'll cover that during your love reading as well. I will also set that one to the side. Some of you may be going on a journey. I think you're going to be traveling at some point over this next year. It could be local travel. It could be far away travel. Particularly where there's a forested area. There's lots of trees around. Somebody may be going to visit the mountains. I know that's not what this is here, but for the very first time, I saw this symbol down here, almost like a tent. So it could even be camping. You may be camping in the woods. I heard Alaska come through very clearly just there. Somebody may be going to visit Alaska. And whatever this trip is for you, it's going to be life-changing. It's going to be very transformative to you. You're going to feel a big shift occur while you're out there immersed in nature. You may even have like this be the point where you start writing down your story or articulating yourself, feeling like your throat chakra is becoming unblocked. You're able to communicate better because you've healed something. You've raised your vibration by being out in a high vibrational area. Okay, so I'm talking like wilderness. If it's not camping, you're just out in nature. It could even be by the ocean or whatever you enjoy most, but this is going to be a really important trip for you that you go on over this next year. You're going to be doing a lot of self-reflecting during that time too. For some of you watching, I think you might be spending a good chunk of time alone during this next year, not because you feel like you just want to isolate yourself or you don't have people around you, but because you want alone time to really process your healing, process your thoughts, do some self-reflection. And I'm not necessarily saying you're going to spend like 5 months all by yourself, like not talking to people, but you might just feel a natural calling to take some solo vacations, spend a little bit of time indoors writing, reflecting, going over things and healing, even just like for an extra hour or so every day. You might be feeling that pull to go inward and really dive into yourself. Okay, so let's get into the first section. And I gotta think about how to do this, you guys. I know my skills. I know what my skills are not. I'm organized in some ways, and in other ways, I'm just not. So I'm gonna hold this card up to remind myself to put a timestamp here. Okay, and then we're gonna read this from the guidebook. This is gonna be section/message number 1 for you. Because I did feel a calling to pull the guidebook out just for this card in particular. So give me a moment here while I look up the Roman numerals. There we go. Okay, we're gonna read it. So we have the Azure Vault, the Blue Temple, Celestial Realm, the Imagination, and Expansiveness. Welcome to the Blue Temple, the home of the alchemical imagination. You have entered a space of new depths, new possibilities. The inner eye opens and you become willing to see in a new way. To understand this card, one must study blue itself. It is the celestial color of the sky, the ocean, and the peacock's tail. Though potent, blue slips away. Through this color, our imagination threads together experiences both grim and glorious. Think blue films and blue ribbons, the halls of heaven and the horrors of melancholy. We are taken into the depths of mood, of tone, of the rhythm of the blues. The eternal mystery of blue will only deepen as we study it, and this is precisely the point. Leave the cerebral behind, cloak yourself in the sapphire robe, and sit quietly in the vault of mysteries. To go deeper into this, look at the surrealist and Dadaist works and let your imagination roam, and to ponder it, earth as the azure vault, okay? Look at these pyramids and these eyes being represented here as well. I feel like this message is further confirming that energy of going within and adventuring with yourself. Some of you might be spending a lot more time in meditation, in prayer, out in nature, doing yoga, doing other things that are helping you to get out of your head and really tune into the natural rhythms of life, okay? They keep saying Alaska, and then I keep seeing images of like sitting in a wilderness, sitting in a forest by like crystal clear, beautiful blue waters, okay? So somebody might be spending some time by a lakeside or something like that where it's very quiet, it's very peaceful, so you can go within and do this work, this inner work, okay? All right, so we're gonna pack that up now, and I'm gonna hop into section number 2, I guess we'll call it. Section number 2, we're gonna talk about this separation, okay? So I'm gonna, again, hold this up so I can remember to put a timestamp here. Okay. All right, let's talk about this separation. I'm gonna whip out the tarot for this. So give me a moment here to see which deck is calling me specifically. Here we go. All right, let's talk about what this separation is for you. What is the separation? Whoop. Okay, that really was crazy, okay? I wish you guys could have seen that because I'm shuffling over here. One single card flipped out, it landed on the floor face down, and then this like just poofed right there on the desk, okay? That is so clear. That is so clear. Guess what was on the floor? The Lovers. Okay. Whew. So you might not like this message, and as always, it's up to you whether or not you want to take the message. Okay? You don't have to if you don't want to, or if it doesn't resonate, don't force things to fit. I think that you might be separating from a partner at some point during this year or a current love interest, but there's a catch to it. And maybe that's part of why I set this to the side too. So we'll reference this next. I'll dive deeper into your love life specifically, like the changes aside from this separation next in the next category. But for those of you who are currently in like a situationship, friends with benefits, confusing hot and cold dynamic, or a relationship that's just not serving you and you kind of know that, you kind of know it's on the way out, this might be confirmation for you that there's going to be a separation with that person at some point over the next year. Now, I have a suspicion there's a new person coming in for you, for those of you who resonate with this message. If you are totally single, then this probably isn't for you. This section is probably not yours to take. It could also be you finally separating from a past relationship you're still hung up on. So if you're single, but admittedly you are still hung up on somebody from your past, basically you're going to be releasing a very powerful connection that is not serving your highest good. Now, if you're in a happy, healthy relationship with somebody you genuinely love and you're uplifting each other and there's a lot of healing and it's going great, chances are that's not what this is, and this isn't your message. So please don't like low-key panic over there, okay? Remember, this is a collective reading. Not every message will fit with everybody, but as long as the bulk of it does, it's your reading, and you're welcome to take messages only when they really fit your situation, okay? The fact that we have the Two of Cups and the Lovers coming out, those two cards with separation is a clear message of you're leaving a relationship behind. So let's see why that is. I'm going to get to the whys behind that now, because there's got to be a reason that that connection is coming to a close for you, and I want to see what that is. Okay? Because you're meant to find someone else. Because you're meant to find another person. There's another person coming in for you. That's why. You're meant to either reconcile with somebody from your past, or you're welcoming in a new soulmate, like a new soul connection, somebody that you may have had in a past life, somebody who's going to feel like a true home to you. That's why the separation is happening. Let's get any other info. It's time. It's time. This is divinely timed for you. This separation, this breakup, this parting of ways, or letting go of that connection is divinely timed to happen over this next year for a reason. It's because you have somebody new coming in. So I want to see who that new person is, what this relationship is going to look like. Back of the deck is the Knight of Wands. It's going to feel very romantically fulfilling to you. So we're actually going to... How do I want to do this? We're going to put I wasn't expecting it this way. Sometimes I have like goals and stuff like that, and it just doesn't align. So hold on a second. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to I'm human, you guys, and this is whatever. We're going to hold this up. We're talking about your love life next, okay? This is for me to know where to put my timestamp. Okay, so all right, your love life. For those of you who skipped ahead to this section, you may want to go watch the section just before this, the separation section, because they're kind of going hand in hand. But at the end of the day, you do you. We're going to get to the reading. In that past section, I saw a separation for some of you out there from a different relationship or connection of some sorts. This connection that is coming into your life over the next year, because I see someone coming into your life that is a soulmate of yours, that is a divinely timed soul connection for you. I see that coming in over the next year and you really committing to this person. Some of you out there are having to let go of someone else first, though. It could be a new person. So if you are in a dissatisfying situationship, friends with benefits, or relationship, it's not serving you and you kind of know it's on its way out, you might want to go watch that section first. For those of you who are single or in a happy relationship, everything is good to go and great, you're welcome to skip that if you'd like to. So that's why these cards are here. I'm going to put those away now. We're going to keep talking about this, and I'm going to pull some more cards to elaborate a little bit more. Okay, the Six of Cups, Judgment, and the Knight of Cups. This union, this person that's coming in, or if you're in a happy relationship, this person that's going to stay in your life, you're going to be developing a very deep commitment to each other over the next year. I'm talking engagement, marriage, making some sort of formal commitment if you don't believe in marriage or engagements. You're basically locking it down, and this might be your life partner. Let's get out a few more cards for you because I want to be as elaborate as I can for you here today. This is going to be incredibly romantically fulfilling. You probably have some sort of history with this person, either in the 3D already, like you've known each other for a long time, or you have history, or past life energy. Like you will feel at home with this person right away. You will know that they're the one. This is so divinely timed to happen for you. It's almost like you will not have to guess whether or not this is meant to be. You're just going to feel it in your core right away. Okay. With the Knight of Cups, again, it's going to feel incredibly romantically fulfilling to you. There's going to be a lot of love and chemistry between the two of you. You might be going on a lot of dates, spending a lot of romantic time with one another. It's going to feel really good. And we have the Lovers coming out again. This is definitely a divine counterpart for you. You will be committing to a divine counterpart over the next year. Or staying in commitment, deepening a commitment you already have with this person if it's your current partner. This is meant to be a harmonious union. This is likely going to be your life partner, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. I'm getting strong soulmate energy here, strong divine counterpart energy. It's going to feel really good, and you and this person really balance each other out. Like, you really complement each other. No relationship is ever perfect. I feel called to say that, okay? Even in soulmate relationships, it's not picture perfect 24/7. But all in all, this connection is going to feel incredibly enriching to you, incredibly fulfilling, and absolutely beautiful. And I love this for you. You guys know I'm an honest reader. If you've been with me on the channel long enough, you know I don't like sugarcoating my readings at all whatsoever. I find that I'm doing a disservice to you if I ever do that, so I don't. This is going to be the love of your life. Like, really, this is the love of your life. Your soulmate, your counterpart, the person you're probably going to want to spend the rest of your days with, maybe until death do you part. Seriously, like, you might be getting married or engaged over the next year to somebody you really love, and it feels right. And for those of you who skipped the separation section, for some of you out there, you might have to leave another connection behind to call this in for you. Only if it's not a fulfilling connection, or if you already in your gut know that that connection's coming to a close. But that doesn't have to be the case either. So anyway, I love this for you. I really don't feel like I need to elaborate too much. I think this says it all, and I'm so excited for you. You're going to really have a good intuitive read on each other. There's going to be so much loyalty and devotion to one another. You guys are two peas in a pod. I'm just going to put it that way. You're two peas in a pod. You mesh really well. You blend really well. It's just going to feel like you know. You might even want to just like run away and get married, because when it feels right, and you don't have to second guess it. Like, that type of deep romantic energy. It's beautiful, and I'm really loving it for you guys, truly. So that is beautiful. Glorious. Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get ready to hop into the career section now, / life purpose. I don't really have a card to symbolize that. So for the timestamp, I'm just going to hold up this deck to remind myself to put it in. Okay. All right. So career / life purpose. Let me get a good shuffle going for you guys. That is awesome. Okay. That is awesome. The Wheel of Fortune coming out so quick like that for you guys. This is going to be your year. This is going to be your year. Seriously, I really feel for you that whenever this is finding you, whether it's finding you in 2025, 2026, whenever it is, this upcoming year from now until 365 has passed, I think is going to be your lucky year. So with career and life purpose, I see things going very, very well for you, especially if you feel like right now the ball isn't really rolling, or you're not going in the direction you want to be going in. You're going to have like a total 180 turnaround. And I think a lot of financial blessings and good luck is going to be coming your way. You'll also be planting some seeds for your future further down the road. Okay. So for those of you who are thinking about switching career paths, or if you have felt like your life purpose is calling you in a new direction, it might take you a little bit longer than a whole year to like really, really get the ball rolling. But the seeds you start planting over this upcoming 365 are going to be something that grows into something even more down the road in your future. So following your gut, following your life purpose, following what really fulfills you and brings you that joy is going to help bring that luck in for you. That's awesome. We have the Knight of Swords. In the intro, in the beginning, if you skipped that, I talked a lot about something involving your throat chakra opening, or needing to work on expressing yourself better. You might have a career, or your life purpose might be tied in with your voice, speaking up, using your voice to communicate, writing a book, writing a memoir, writing a blog, doing something online for social media, public speaking, something like that, even doing YouTube or content creation, like something involving using your voice and speaking up is tied in with your career or your life purpose. And so learning to unblock your throat chakra and heal things is going to be super important for you over this upcoming year. And you know what? I have to say, like, my heart goes out to you. I feel like this card came out for a reason while I was about to share this story with you. If you feel like you can't speak up or your throat chakra is super blocked, my heart goes out to you because we are kindred spirits, okay? If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would be public speaking every single day for my job, for my living, I would have laughed in your face. I would have been like, yeah, right. My throat chakra was so blocked, I could never speak up. I was so silent. I was so insecure. I was so fearful. You know, I was traumatized. I had a lot of really, really deep, deep despair and unhealed wounds. And, you know, when I first started my spiritual awakening, I was told that I needed to first work on opening my throat chakra alongside all of the others. We should always do it in order, but that there was something significant about my voice and it would help me on my path. And now look what I do for a living. So, learning to speak up might be a part of your life purpose. Speaking your truth, speaking your story, using your voice to help others, okay? So don't feel defeated, okay? Get rid of that. We're going to put it back. Don't feel defeated. Things are going in your favor over the next year, and I'm happy for you. This is very exciting, okay? Let's get, there might be a, that's why they're there. That was underneath this card. Tying things back into the separation section, if you watched that or if you haven't, I feel like this is connected. So for those of you who will resonate with that message, you may be in a relationship right now that's sabotaging your growth. It's sabotaging your voice. And so when you cut that out, when that goes into separation and you get rid of that lower vibrational connection, we'll just call it, I think that's when this is going to start to come in more alignment with you because you're able to actually speak up and speak out and use your voice. You don't feel so hindered, and you've gotten rid of a connection that maybe has been weighing you down, okay? So you feel like your freedom has returned. That's basically what I'm seeing here. So I think that your career is going to be going very well over the next year, your life purpose or your career, I should say, or maybe both. It could be tied in. They could be hand in hand for some of you watching. Basically, I see that this year is going to be very transformative for you. You have a lot of beauty coming your way, and I'm super excited about that. We're going to do tiles and charms now. No message cards here today. I don't feel it, so I'm not going to force it. This is going to be extra confirmation for you. So you might see important names, initials, symbols come out for you. Places, they also said locations. Okay, got a few extra here today. That was a lot of extra, but you know what? I'm here for it. I hope you are too. We have a bonus letter coming out from the charms. It's E. So we have G, V, D, P, J, S, E. Somebody's name could be Jessie or Jess. S, I'll put Jess right here. Okay. We also have L, Les, Lester, M, D. Okay, so the only vowel we had coming out for us here today was E, actually. I invite you to take your time to pause the reading and see what words or names or initials come up for you if you would like to. I'm going to hop over to the charms now. We have a moon. The moon represents Pisces in tarot and Cancer in astrology, so those energies could be important. We have a fish coming out, so Pisces energy could be particularly significant. And then we have another moon coming out here with a star. The star is Aquarius in tarot, so Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius energy could be important. The moon also rules the divine feminine, right? So your divine feminine energies might be very important over the next year. You might be activating it or healing your divine feminine. Everybody has both within us, by the way. Every single person has both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Your divine feminine energy might be awakening more or activating over the next year. We have a flower here, so I really see you blooming and blossoming and shining. They also said a diamond in the rough. At the very center of this flower is like a little, not a real diamond, but like metaphorically a diamond, right? So all of those struggles, I feel like you're going to be growing from them. You're growing from your struggles. You're learning from those past experiences, and you're blooming into like a more healed version of yourself. Like you're really thriving. We also have peace. I do think you'll be finding more peace, more harmony in your life over the next year. Things are really coming into alignment for you. And beautiful, we have a dolphin coming out here. Dolphins are incredibly intelligent. They're also very playful. So finding a good balance between seriousness, planning, action taking, and allowing yourself to really just live, enjoy life, and have fun is going to be so important for you over the next year. And some of you may also be going to a place that has dolphins and fish as well, like the ocean. You might be visiting an ocean. Okay. Woo. Oh no, that charm just bounced under my bed. It's fine. I'll have to deal with that later. Not dealing with that right now. Side note, by the way, if you're still here and you haven't yet, I would love it if you would support the channel by liking the video. Consider subscribing if you're new. I also have a Patreon and a YouTube membership that have different exclusive readings. So if you are looking for extra content and a smaller collective, you're welcome to check those out. You can find links down below in the description box. Okay. All right, so we're getting your last few messages out here. I'm going to pull one from each of my message decks. That was my chapstick. Okay. And then your affirmation. Last but not least, affirmation as well. Come on now. There we go. Okay. So your first personal message, this is all kind of a personal message, but your first closing message is the buffalo with abundance. Abundance and liberation are finally on the way. When it comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude. You will always have plenty when you express gratitude to every part of creation. So that's more confirmation that your financial world and sector looks like it's going to be improving over the next year. Make sure that you express gratitude. That's going to help you out here. Gratitude is such a high vibrational energy. And when you are putting out the energy and the thoughts to the universe that you are already grateful, as a byproduct with the law of attraction, you are brought more things to you to be grateful for. So keep that in mind as well. It's a beautiful thing when we thank God for what we already have, and when we thank the universe for the abundance that we have been brought and handed. So don't neglect expressing gratitude. It is very important. And then we also have this message, creative potential. By nature, you are infinitely creative. Life is a sea of potential waiting to be realized. You are free to express all your heart's desires. Some of you may even be, exploring a creative career. So if you are an artist or a musician or a writer, I've had a lot of info about writers coming through in today's reading, a speaker, maybe doing something to express your creativity will also help you out too. I think that's in the cards for you, so to speak, doing something creative for your life purpose or even just as a hobby, okay? We also have the condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have your affirmation of the day, and I highly encourage you to affirm this with me if you would like to, this portion. My body is powerful and knows how to heal itself. Your body is designed to function in unity. If you get cut, your body heals the wound. Your body will always choose to heal itself and has unlimited power to do so. Okay, so maybe some of you are also healers. I just heard Reiki. Somebody might be a Reiki professional healer. So, all right, you guys, I enjoyed this style of reading. I know it was a little bit disorganized and chaotic, but I had fun. I certainly hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to let me know down below in the comments. Give me any feedback you have. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. I would love to see you for a future reading. Bye for now, everyone.